I'm a fisherman. Here to show you these curses, but shit gon' get worse for not listening. You was hype when you said you gon' sin again, but them nuclear missiles like Ritalin. That new covenant, that's when we entering, cause these new bodies of flesh getting sickening. See the old trending young nigga gon' live again when Vladimir press that button, no Benjamin. What you know about that? Where I'm from, every day you get popped there, but it's about to be a change, you can't stop that. And everything is at stake, no outback.
First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem, Yahushai. Let's say Shalom. So this lesson right now that we're going into is dealing with how we save and raise our children for the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, and those scattered abroad in the diaspora, right? So when you watch social media and you look around, you have a lot of children that are like 15, 16. You know, they flashing guns and videos, playing with it. And I don't even know how they got these guns, right? But we about to go into why. We about to go into some prophecy on why this is happening to us now.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
So I wanted to focus and elaborate on the end of this verse more particularly, but when you deal with the rest of it, you know, it's confusion in many places. A lot of things are happening. Different animals are changing their environment, going to different environments. But the part that I wanted to focus on is menstruous women, they shall give birth to monsters. And what is this dealing with? A lot of brothers, a lot of so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American children are being monsters. They're being demons, right? They on demon time.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
God, and ultimately, when you go to the curse of Deuteronomy 28, we used to be a very tender and delicate people toward each other. Right. But our seed is corrupt now.
Right.
A lot of these young brothers are wicked, right? Especially the older men.
Bring it out.
Because they're the ones that teach them this wickedness.
Right,
but what so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives need to do is we need to turn back to our power, which his name is Yahweh, the God of Israel.
That's right.
And I got...
God, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12.
Yeah.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Right? Children are our oppressors, right? You have little boys, like 15, oppressing and running the block, walking around with a Glock, right? Killing grown-ass men. Right? And they having sex with your woman.
And women oppress and women rule over them.
When you deal with the Black and Hispanic woman, they rule over the household because there's no father, right? Going to the curse of Deuteronomy 28.
O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path.
And ultimately, the nations that we're in, whether it be China, America, etc., whatever nation is above us, the ruling over us, whether it be the Chinese man, the white man, the Indian man, all the countries that we're in, the things that they see, this morality and such on, we follow it. They led us down that path, ultimately. But we have to take some responsibility. So, and why are Black and Hispanic and Native American little boys running the block, oppressing people, killing brothers, killing people, and selling drugs? Why is this happening? It's mostly happening because of the white man. I'm gonna be honest, right? Ultimately, due to slavery and the different, you deal with the history of, you know, how we came about with segregation, all that stuff, Lily Lynch, all that stuff. It says, so ultimately, I mean, the Most High, He's in control of it, and we're being jacked up and punished, right? So ultimately, like I said, we have to take responsibility also. It's not just their fault, because we went off and we're getting judged right now.
This is Job 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So we understand the rulers of this earth on a carnal level with the governments, it says that they are the wicked. To be honest with you, when you look at it, the people that rule this earth systematically, morality, what is proper to them, it says that they are the wicked. And we already know who's ruling the earth right now. It's no secret. And it says the face of the judges are covered. And where or who is he? And who is that? That's the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Right? When y'all look at yourself in the mirror, y'all should see yourself as a king. And once y'all see yourself as that, y'all should do better, right? But the most important thing that we need to focus on to prove these things that I'm saying is the stuff I just quoted is prophecy. And that plus that validifies the Bible too, right? And to prove what I'm saying,
the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof, seeketh out the wisdom of the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy.
God, so when you occupy yourself in these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you raise your children up, when they don't do these things that they're doing, you'll be occupied in prophecy. And being occupied in prophecy will allow you to understand why the things that we're going through is happening today. Deuteronomy 28, which is a DNA test, spiritually, it signifies and shows that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of America and scattered abroad, it shows that they are the Israelites, and that's all prophecy. That's what validifies the Bible, and it also proves who we are.
Right.
I need 1 Corinthians 11.
I got quick research for you guys. This is Revelation 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
God. So the spirit, if you're following who you call Jesus Christ, the spirit that you would be in is to understand prophecy.
Right.
Which the Islamic mosque has no prophecy.
Right.
The Christian church has no prophecy.
Right.
Buddhism, spirituality, being a faggot, all that stuff has no has no prophecy.
The Christian church, because they might want to come at you for this. We don't got a prophecy. The Christian church, they do say certain prophecies. Like some pastors know about Ezekiel 38. They're talking about Russia. Some pastors know about the mark of the beast. They teach that. But when you ask them to prove it, they can't. So it's like passed down like telephone. Oh, so and so said this. He said this. He said that. Okay. Well, can you prove it? No. Yeah. Right. Exactly. God.
Yeah, God. And they just, everything that they say is really just regurgitating matter.
It's the performance for them.
God, pastors got a mouth like a pimp. That's one thing I can give to you.
Bring it out.
They can go in. They can make you feel good. They can make you cry, all that.
Yep.
But we don't need to be following that, right? That's the reason why a lot of these brothers are destroyed. A lot of so-called black and Hispanic, they've been going to the church. They've been going to the mosque.
Right.
When they go into the mosque, the damn imam, he just speak Arabic the whole time. And they don't know, they walk in a drug dealer and come out a drug dealer. The Christian church, they go in there, get molested and come out damn sodomite or something. Right? Catholic church, etc. Right? All that.
Come as you are.
Right? But better hop back on topic.
You want 1 Corinthians? Yeah, you want Corinthians, right? 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach Yahushua is Yahweh.
So this is how we stop the killing, and this is how we stop those black and Hispanic and Native American boys from doing what they're doing. The order starts in the household with the father.
Right.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Right.
And as the scriptures that we pulled previously, it said that the woman is the ruler, but it didn't mention the man at all. And these women that are leading these boys are causing them to go astray and do what they do. Right? Because ultimately, the woman is more carnal than the man. The man is more spiritual. So ultimately, the man is following Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and Yahweh Shai, he's following the Most High, the woman is going to follow us naturally. So she's going to have no choice but to get in order, and the children will have no choice but to get in order after, right? So once the man gets in order, the brothers stop leaving a woman alone and stop being demons, we going to get everything in order, right? And I want to pull a curse up.
This is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
God, so if everything is done decently in order, you're going to be all right. If your woman is trying to be a demon and be a man and buck up against you, and you're saying X, Y, and Z is going to happen, there's going to be disorder. Your household is going to be in shambles, right? Scripture says that if a kingdom divided against a kingdom, if a kingdom be divided against a kingdom, it shall not stand, right? But I need you to get this precept. We're going to go back into prophecy, dealing with the man leaving the household. And once this man leaves the household, we're destroyed.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. Bring it out. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
And this ain't talking about no fruity shit, right?
Come on.
When it says that we were tender among our brothers, we were very delicate. Like we talking to our brother, we making sure they cool, we making sure everything all right. This wasn't no weird sodomite stuff. So nowadays, brothers are not like that. You ask a brother, is he cool? He looking at you like, is it a problem, homie? Like, what's up? Like, why you asking that, bro? Like, he trying to fight you. Brothers looking at you on the train. He trying to throw you. Like, they got all types of egos in their head. And by us having this mindset, we also take this out on our women too. The same way we look at our brothers, we look at our women that way. Brothers living in their house, choking their women out, punching her in the teeth. And that causes so much dysfunction. Then the brother, young brothers grow up like that, right?
Especially in the Muslim religion.
Especially in Islam, right? And it's a vice versa thing. The woman, she ain't safe, she's not about to get away. You got to get both sides.
Yeah, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
Our women used to be tender and delicate. Now they damn ratchet in the street, they damn titties coming out fighting, man. They trying to be a man. Your woman will probably get you smoked. She trying to fight the top drug dealer on the block and get your ass smoked, right? They used to be tender and delicate. Set her ass down there and set her soul upon the ground. Her foot upon the ground. Right?
For delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom.
Your woman, a lot of brothers' women is damn evil towards her. Right? Not even sisters that you're not even married to evil towards you. They looking at you. Brothers trying to give them a flyer, trying to give them some information to better themselves. They damn want to give you the snake eye. Thinking somebody trying to have sex with them, but they not. Right? You damn ratchet. Nobody want to lay with you.
Come on, bring it up.
And towards her son, and towards her daughter.
God. And sisters will have so much animosity. The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman will have so much animosity toward their man, whether he be dead, whether he be in prison, whether he's not there, because she's a damn demon, that they'll chastise the son and call you ain't shit like your daddy, and then he grow up not being shit, and then they chopping the daughter's hair out saying you ugly, right? Daughter might be light-skinned or something, the mom dark-skinned, cutting their hair out, ripping their hair out, looking at her like you a whore, this and that. Some of these sisters wicked as fuck, excuse my French, right? But see, everything I'm saying is in the Bible. As the Bible says, speak as the oracles of God. So everything I'm saying, prophecy, things that's going on, is all in the Bible. So like I was saying, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men, we need to rise up and lead our household, right? And having a household doesn't necessarily mean a house is dealing with your children and your woman. You can be damn homeless and still have a household, right? Because it's a spiritual thing, right? So once we doing so the next verse that I'm about to pull, once we start doing this, the household is going to get in order, and the household is going to have no choice but to get in order.
God, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
So the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments, right? Once you keep your commandments, you will know how to rule your household. Your woman will have no choice but to submit and listen to you. Everything you're doing is according to the Most High God.
This is Sirach 26 and verse 27 in the G&T. A loud mouth, a talkative woman is like a trumpet sounding the signal for an attack. And any man who has such a wife will spend his life at war.
So you black and Hispanic women, they want to be loud mouth. You want to be a hot girl. You want to be a bad bitch. A lot of y'all, like, there's no reason to be with y'all. Y'all, like, you can put your man in so many conflicts that he doesn't need to be in. A lot of you sisters should need to be alone, to be honest. You don't be damn demons until y'all get right.
Bring it out. Talk about it.
God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace. This is like the brother was going into, man. Nowadays, our women are our enemies. They want to fight us. So when you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, even they are at peace. They have no choice but to follow you.
God, and what he was saying is, when you in order and you have peace with your woman, they have no choice but to follow you.
That's right.
So basically the whole conclusion is to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and raise our children up correctly.
I need Proverbs 13 and 24, and I need Proverbs 22 and 13.
Proverbs 22 and what?
22 and 13.
This is Sirach 25 and verse 25 in the G&T. Don't let a bad wife have her way any more than you would allow water to leak from your cistern. If she won't do as you tell her, divorce her.
So if your woman not doing what she's supposed to do, you gotta cut that shit off from the rip, right?
Oh, right.
And if she's not doing what she gotta do,
Right.
I mean, you can try with her, but like Christ said, the only way you can put your wife away is through adultery and fornication.
Con, this is Sirach 26 and verse 25 in the G&T. A self-willed woman is a bitch, but a woman with a sense of decency honors Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Right.
God. So a self-willed bitch.
I should have said it again for them. Tell them when it. Hold on, so like, let me say, hey, yo, hey, King. Did you know that there's bad words in the Bible? You want to see something real quick? I just read it. Watch this. You just listen. He's teaching about women, how we should be in order, right? Look at this. Sirach 26 and verse 25 in the Good News Translation. A self-willed woman is a bitch. It's in the Bible, bro.
God. And then the
He
king.
said, what the fuck?
And ultimately, when you deal with self-willed, when it's dealing with that, it's not saying that a woman that has a mind for herself. It's talking about, in the King James Version, it says a shameless woman. A woman that has no shame walking out the house with her ass and titties out wearing tight dresses
Bring it out!
and has no care in the world.
Right.
Right? She's just kind of as a bitch. I mean, they say it all the time. Sisters say that all the time about themselves.
Or sisters that, you know, I'm hearing rumors about sisters that talk ill about their husbands amongst other sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's awful as hell. You shaming yourself too.
Hey, sister right there. Sister right there. What's your nationality?
Sirach 25 and verse 24 in the G&T. Sin began with a woman, and we must all die because of her.
God, just like the sister that walked past today when they inquired, she more likely, I mean, you can see it, she is sin.
Hey.
And she ain't want to inquire. And the problem with that is, that's the reason why our community is destroyed. Brothers, like the Bible say, that brothers lose their wits with a woman, and on top of that, our women are ruling over our children. So they are mostly one of the main reasons we destroyed it. That's the reason why you black, Hispanic, and Native American men need to rise up.
Right.
Stop being turkeys and cowards and grow up your loins and rule your household and rule your nation. Right?
Oh, bring it out!
If I can say something, you got this up? Yeah.
God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
Right.
He that loveth him chasteneth him beatimes.
So like these white folks, the Edomites of the Bible, they want to put their son in time out. The scripture says if you spare the rod from beating your child, you gonna get destroyed. He gonna rise up and whoop your ass. You must have.
Like, it's just like when you see like all these school shooters, it's because they ain't never get their ass whooped. That's why. Whip their ass, you ain't gonna have no more school shooters.
They get timed out. Right?
Right, they get timed out.
Hey man, when I was a kid, I learned from my white friends about something called DHS. It's like Child Protective Service. I said that to my mom and dad. They beat the shit out of me. I ain't never say that again. I was scared.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
That's right. And see, whooping your child only works when they're a child. Once they're like 16, 17, they believe they're a man, it's no longer going to work. It's just going to make them a little boy.
That's right. It don't work no more.
Yeah, I remember when I was like 17 and my mom tried to whoop me, it just made me rebel more.
Oh, yeah,
I was smoking and doing violent more.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 23.
Bring it out.
As thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. As thou daughters, have care of their body, and shew not thyself cheerful towards them.
That's right.
Don't be friends with your children.
Don't be friends with your children. I used to have friends that used to smoke weed. I used to have, my friends used to smoke weed with their parents and pop pills with them.
Hey,
You can't be doing shit like that.
that's right.
Right? I did it. You're supposed to snatch him up. Like, what you doing? Come here. My pop snatched me up. He smelled weed on me. He snatched me up and kicked right in my pocket. Right? I was scared. You ain't supposed to do that.
Right, exactly. Oh, Proverbs 22 and 13. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 13. The slothful man, the slothful man saith, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. Oh, you want to keep going? Wait, is that what you want to do? 22 what? Oh, this is Proverbs 23 verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child.
God, when your child, so-called black and Hispanic man, when your child's cutting up, if he cutting up in school, if he cutting up on these streets, don't withhold that correction from him. Don't try to be cool with him. Don't be like, I used to be your age, man. It's okay. You can keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
Don't do that. Right?
God. It says, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
If you black and Hispanic, man, if y'all catch him doing some folly and you whoop his ass, you gonna save him from dying. When you get on these streets, you gonna have a brother that's he gonna steal or mess with somebody's woman, the wrong brother. That brother not gonna have no mercy. He gonna shoot him. It might be like brothers are so wicked, they'll shoot you in the face, walk up to you as you dying and kill you. That's how much wickedness we have toward each other. Right? So that shit gotta stop. And brothers gotta correct their children, right?
Talk about it, Doc. Verse 14. Thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
God, if you beat him with the rod, you're going to deliver him from hell. That's not talking about a mythological place where tiny demons are eating your feet off and you dying.
Talk about it.
From Dante's Inferno. That's talking about a state of hell and being in a state of destruction.
Or the grave.
Right, or the grave. You know, Sheol in the Hebrew. But when you deal with the concept, the stuff that when your son having fear for his life because of the wickedness that he's doing for me out whooping his ass is a state of hell. You got to consistently walk. Like, I know people that are 17, 16, 18 walking around with guns illegally because they're afraid for the wicked shit that they've been doing.
Bring it out,
if they dad would have whooped their ass before they did all that, they wouldn't be happy to walk around.
This is Proverbs 29 and verse 15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings his mother to shame.
God, and that belt, it gives room for correction. And if that child's not corrected, you're gonna have his mom ashamed. You know, brother, these little demons, their moms be crying when they end up dead. People be like, it's a goddamn shame at the funeral, right?
Right.
They be looking at her crazy, but she tried her best. But
God, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 8, a horse not broken becomes headstrong, and the child left to himself will become willful.
The child left to himself.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 8. A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will become willful.
A child left to his own wicked imaginations. Read that one more time. I don't think I heard that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 8. A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will become willful.
So a child left to his own wicked imaginations, he's gonna have all types of things he want to experiment in, right? And you gotta correct that from the jump, right?
And the thing is too, is that when we're saying willful, you got a lot of our kids saying what? That they was grown since they was 10, they had to raise their little brother, little sister. So already by the time they get 16, can't nobody talk to them because they've been grown since they was 12.
God.
Keep going, man.
So ultimately, when you train your child up from the beginning and you raise them properly, see, the reason why it's better to raise up our children the correct way, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, is because it's easier to raise a child to be righteous to fix a broken man. A nigga that's 37, that been selling crack his whole life, he's gonna take the Most High God. You ain't changing shit. I tried it. Them niggas, yeah, bro, you know what you doing, bro. It's nice you out there, but bro, I'm gonna do me. That's how niggas be. But a child, they looking at you like a god. They like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Right? And they gonna get it done if you try and do that at an early age. Cause it's stuff that my pop instilled in me, it subconsciously bothers me. Like, when people have their blinds open at night, that bothers me. Like, I have to close it. Because my pop taught me that as a child.
This is Sirach 30, verse 11 to 13 in the G&T. Don't give freedom to your child at a young age, and don't overlook his follies. Beat him while he is still a child, and make him respect your authority. If not, he will be stubborn and disobedient and cause you not but sorrows. And cause you nothing but sorrow. Chastise him and give him work to do, or else he will be an embarrassment to you. Sirach 30, 11, 13.
When I was growing up with all my Edomite friends, which is the so-called white man, I would learn certain customs from them to try to rule over my household. And my father, he dipped in the fight. He tossed my ass like a rag doll. And I was afraid. I never stepped again. And certain things that he put me to work. Dealing with the trash. If I don't take the trash out, I get an ass whooping. If I don't come in the crib at a certain time, I might get an ass whooping. So I ain't challenged that authority. And as I became older, I respected my parents. I wasn't like Johnny or Mikey, slapping their dad and then punching their mom and walking out the house and shooting them schools, right?
Right. I got more for you. Sirach 30, verse 7 to 10 in the G&T. If you sport...
Hold on. Young brothers, come over here real quick and get some knowledge.
Come here real quick.
Come here real quick.
Come here real quick.
Come over here real quick. Come on, pull up.
Come, this is Sirach 30, verse 7. If you spoil your child, they will be all over the place and cause you trouble. And if you don't discipline them, then they will be self-willed and untamed in the long run. Verse 11, don't give freedom to your child at a young age, and don't overlook his follies. Beat him while he is still a child, and make him respect your authority. If not, he will be stubborn and disobedient and cause you nothing but sorrow. Chastise him and give him work to do, or else he will be an embarrassment unto you.
God, so basically, y'all young brothers, y'all parents, y'all should be listening to your grandparents, your uncles, your aunties, your mom, if they tell y'all to do things in righteousness. As long as they're not telling you to do nothing crazy, like sell drugs,
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents, Lord, for this is right. Verse 2. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment, with a promise.
Y'all gotta listen, like I said, y'all gotta listen to your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie, your grandpa, whoever it is, above y'all. Y'all gotta listen to them and honor them, right?
And if they're not there, listen to men of God. If you don't have a father in your life, these are the men you listen to. All right?
And for the most part, y'all wanna be done with y'all want to do, because the thing, I understand y'all young, right? Like especially when it's starting to get dark. Y'all should be getting in the house at a decent time. It ain't nothing happening around here but wickedness. People getting shot, this lady dying, niggas out here doing crazy stuff. So y'all brothers should get home before the sun get down, at least.
Right, y'all ever heard the song "The Freaks Come Out at Night"? Right, that's above y'all. That's before y'all was even thought of, right? I believe that's Michael Jackson, right? The freaks come out at. Well, that's Houdini, the one that sings "Friends." How many of us at? Right. All right. So, anyways, right? It's a song that says the freaks come out at night, right? I know y'all done been up and down, right? Up and down how the L runs. I know y'all done seen how these bugged out ass people are at Kensington, right? I know y'all done seen all these drug addicts stumbling up and down the block, right? They come out at night like roaches, right? So when they come out, right, y'all don't have no business being out there, because nothing good happen when the sun comes. Go ahead.
This is Psalm 119 and verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word.
God, you gotta take heed to this Bible right here and listen to these brothers up here. They've been through stuff you probably never experienced yet. I mean,
right.
Like, I mean, I know we grew up in a harsh condition, so at an early age, we go through a lot. But you gotta think about it. You got brothers that's 60 years old, they're doing all types of stuff, right? Right? So you should take heed to these brothers and take heed to this Bible, right? Which is our book.
That's right.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right. So y'all gotta listen to, y'all gotta do what's beneficial to y'all now. Like listening to God, that's gonna profit y'all in the long run. God, listening to God is gonna profit y'all in the long run. So y'all gotta take heed to this, man. It's important.
And I know the brother asked if that gun was real, right? But you see how many, y'all got friends that have died from gun violence? Now they was also black, Hispanics, and all that too, right? Other people that look just like you, right? Your own people, right? But see, these guns, they're not used to killing each other. These guns are to protect us. And if anything, we don't shoot our own people. Right. We don't kill our own people. We might beat the ass, we're not gonna kill them. Now see, if you're not our nigga, look. You see this sign right here, guys? You say we say black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians on this side right here. These are your people, you gotta love them. And the people that's not on this side, you see, listen, I want your young boys to listen. Because y'all young boys gonna be older boys eventually. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wanna see all four of you brothers right here, I don't wanna see y'all dead in the streets. I don't wanna see y'all falling down and all of a sudden out here. What's your name, bro? What? Moriel. I don't wanna hear Moriel on the news. Moriel shot dead. Out there. 12, I don't wanna hear that. I don't wanna hear none of y'all ever getting caught in the streets, locked up or drugged up or dead. I wanna see y'all young boys coming out here and representing your own people and representing the Most High God. Because if you gotta believe in God, hey, look. Right now you don't believe in God. Now is the time to start believing in God. All right, understand that? Y'all feel what I'm saying? And that gun is not to kill each other. That gun is to protect ourselves. But in the long run, these guns ain't shit anyway. All they do is, the guns don't kill people. We kill people. People kill people. The guns are used there to protect. A gun was used to make for protection. But guess who gave us? Guess who's the one who's bringing the guns in the system? Who's putting guns in our communities? It ain't us, because we're not the ones doing it. It's white people. Right. White people are the ones who hate you. They're the reason why. I bet in school they don't teach you about slavery, right? They do? What you know about slavery, young boy? Not a lot, but they're not going to teach you your real history. Your real history is in this Bible.
Read it!
That's why they don't teach you about your history in school. They don't teach you history in school. They tell you what you black, right? What color is your bike? The wheels on your bike. What color is that? That's black. What color is your skin? Huh? It's brown, right? I thought you said black. I'm about to say, don't be tripping now, boy. You know what I'm saying? I know they taught you colors in school, but they ain't teach you who you are. They say you black, right? You know what the word black means? I'm gonna pass right back to the Papa Benjamin. Papa Benjamin. What does? What is? When they tell you you're black, what does the word black mean, brother? Anyone know what black means? That's our dictionaries, right? I got smartphones, right? But we're not being smart. We're not using our phones to look at what these words mean. Look at the word black. It means disgusting, dirty, void, evil, wicked, opposite of good. Look at the word white, good, powerful, glorious, magnificent, illuminating, beautiful, clean, opposite of evil. When you look at the history, who the one that put y'all in slave ships? White people. Who the one that sold black people into slavery? White people. Who the one that give y'all guns in the neighborhood? White people. Who put y'all in the ghettos? White people. So, yeah, who put crime in the community? White people. Right. How come in Needle Park, they're not keeping that place in order? It's because white people don't give a damn. Right. They love to kill y'all and they hate you so much. That's why the school is designed to destroy you. That's why when you leave school, how come, I want to say 60 or 70% of our people get locked up in jail. What did you learn in school? To be a nigga? What did you learn in school? My numbers, my algebra, my social studies, and that white people are the best people in the world. And that Jesus Christ is a white man. Right? Y'all think Jesus Christ is white? He looks just like y'all. He's a nigga too. He's a black man. Right. And yeah, I'm a so-called Puerto Rican, but guess what? I worship a black God too. That's right. That's my Lord. That's my Lord that shit up there that's gonna come and save us. Right. And that's what we're teaching y'all brothers to come back into this book. And if your mommy and daddy or your Lord, the legal guardians, they're not teaching you history, they're not teaching you nothing. Understand that. Now, brother said, listen, it's getting late. All right, we want y'all to look, take the information down, look this up. Don't take my word for it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Don't take my word for it, brothers. And y'all some sharp brothers out here, man. Right, y'all riding your bikes, you look, y'all squatted up, and I want to see y'all keep going. Like, you see this knowledge, you see brothers wearing fringes, you see the brothers out here. We used to be in y'all shoes, bro. Right. I was not, how old you 12, right? I was 12, 16 years ago. Yeah, bro, I was 12, 16 years ago, brother. And guess what? I'm out here doing the work of God. And I never would have thought I would be doing this. So you never know, one day, y'all brothers, y'all supposed to be up here doing the same thing and teaching another generation. Because the generation that we got right now, it sucks and it's going to hell. We dying, we killing each other. White man ain't even got to do nothing. The KKK, they sit back and go, these niggas are killing each other. I ain't got to do a damn thing. Black folk killing black folk. Hispanic killing Hispanic. So I'm letting you know, brother, before y'all leave, y'all are gods on this earth. Y'all are kings on this earth. Understand it. Y'all are gods on the earth. Don't let nobody ever tell you, especially a white boy, say, fuck you, white boy. You don't know shit. Understand that.
Don't really say it, but
yeah, don't really say it.
Keep it in your head.
Saying, like, spiritually, you know, we gotta be wild as a serpent or harmless as doves. Like, in your head, you say, oh, you white boy, shit. But on the outside, just be like, all right, got you. No problem. Guess what? The Lord is gonna come back and take the goddamn white head off your neck. Straight up like that. Y'all are Israelites, understand that. Y'all are the best people, y'all are the real Jews, and we love you because God loves you. I understand that.
Alright, all praises, right? So we're gonna close out. So I give all praises, honor, and glory to you. I hope I show y'all Shalom.
I'm a fisherman, here to show you these curses, but shit gon' get worse for not listening. You was hyped when you said you gon' sin again, but them nuclear missiles like Ritalin. That new covenant, that's when we entering, cause these new bodies of flesh getting sickening. See the old trending young nigga gon' live again when Vladimir press that button, no Benjamin. What you know about that? Where I'm from, every day you get popped there, but it's about to be a change, you can't stop that. And everything is at stake, no outback. Black shirt with